I don't care what you think or feel about me. This is Ty Smith's body. This is Ty Smith's mind. This is Ty Smith's children. This is Ty Smith's wife. And however I respond to you when you try to comfort that, that's on you. You never should have sat there and poked that tiger.
You're a natural born public speaker, and that's a fact.
Do you actually feel guilty of what you just told to feel guilty? Focus on actually what we can do. Point it out and show it to me. You have the freedom to do what you want to and be what you want to in America. What are we going to do about it? What oppress me? Just saying. So the CRT stuff is BS. If my sons were younger right now, Brian, if my sons were 7 and 5 right now, my wife will be homeschooling. I got somebody that I work with in one of the facilities that I go to. This man's wife has 6. He and his wife has 6 kids. This man's wife homeschools. That's what I'm talking about. 6 kids now. 6 kids, and the oldest child is 11. Homeschool. That's what I'm talking about. That's what a real father who cares about his family, a mother who cares about their family, that's what it looks like. Yeah, on his income now. That's what I'm talking about. MRM, Congress is exempt from the vaccine. I know, but that's what I'm saying. If they just do, they showing them this. I don't get it. I'm telling you, I'm man. Y'all know I have no problem talking about me being from the hood, being from the ghetto, being from the streets. I know when somebody is calling me out to fight and when they not. They're beyond talking now. They like coming at you like, what's up? They like coming at you and like, what's up? What you gonna do? And we're just, I don't like the fact that they got their hands up. Why do they look like they want to do? You can talk all you want to. You put in my face saying what's up. All I'm gonna say, swing at me. Swing at me. Watch what happened. Swing. Go ahead and swing. No, remember, we're done talking. Swing. I'm serious, y'all. That's what I'm like. They're like, dude, you're getting violent. No, I'm not talking about physical violence. I'm talking about the fact that now that they swung, now, okay, I'm hitting back. And I hit hard, don't I? Yeah, it didn't feel good. Go ahead, swing again so you can miss and I'm gonna hit you. Matter of fact, a lot of times I like it when you hit me a few times so it can get me more enraged so I can tear you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all. That's it's on, man. I mean, it's on. The fight is on. Now that we fighting, I don't care if I pick up a brick and bust your head. I don't care if I pick up a tree and hit you with it. You hit me, there ain't no rules. This is only supposed to be a fist fight. Says who? This is whatever I get and knock the living daylights out of you with fight. That's what it is. You put your hands on me, it's on. So all I'm saying is this. You coming for my family? Oh, it's on. You coming for the church that I stand on? You coming for the very thing that a lot of people, I don't care. Whatever your religion is, awesome. All I'm saying is this. You're coming at me for my belief in God. The very thing that saved me, the very thing that got me to the place that I am right now. And I'm supposed to be scared of you? You didn't get me where I am right now. So I don't fear no government. I don't fear this tyranny. I don't fear this stuff at all. Because all the hell that I went through at that young of an age and all that, I didn't go through all that hell and God got me through all that to be sitting there and be punked by some dang on government right now. The government didn't care about me when I was picking cans. The government didn't care about me when we had drive-bys and stuff like that. The government didn't care if we had to have some type of post-traumatic stress disorder from seeing all these killings and murders. You know what I'm saying? The government didn't care about that. The government didn't care about the fact that they didn't want to really go after these fathers for leaving people that look just like me. The fathers leaving them in the home. They didn't care about that. So now I'm supposed to care about what they think about me all of a sudden? Please. I'm telling y'all. I'm supposed to care what the government thinks about me right now. Now, look, I'm not saying you guys in particular, but I'm supposed to care about you, whether you feel I should be getting this vaccination or not. Please. You didn't struggle like I did. You didn't have to sit there and have a single parent home and having to go beg people for some type of food, begging them, can we get a pack of noodles? Do y'all got any canned foods? You didn't have to sit there and go in the country and stuff and steal fruits and vegetables out of people's gardens and stuff like that because you had nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to sit there and act like, oh man, because I'm an athlete and I want to stay healthy. All the people in my high school, can I get y'all apples and get those milks? Because, oh yeah, Tyler's trying to stay healthy. Having no idea that was one of the main things that I was going to have to eat. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, with all this stuff like that, ask me if I care about what the heck you think about me getting this dang on vaccination or not. Ask me if I care that you think, oh, you might be in danger. Shut up. Not endangering you. Please. I'm endangering you now all because this devil that whispered in your ear and got you thinking that. You have no idea that you even deceived right now. A few months ago, I'm not endangering you. People don't even understand that they actually end up getting freaking bamboozled like this. You state it should be I know I'm going now, ain't I? It should be an insult to your intelligence that the government feel that you are so stupid and so dumb that you won't even think no more. They can tell you anything and you roll with it. All of a sudden, I'm a healthcare professional, been in it over 20 some odd years, and all of a sudden, my healthy self is a possible threat to you when you're vaccinated. You know how stupid that sounds? Yeah, I'm calling it stupid. And for anybody I don't care what you say. You're listening to these dang on psychological play on the words that they throwing around on here, the vaccinated amongst the unvaccinated. Well, they can be endanger you. Well, I don't want nobody that don't have the vaccination to possibly endanger somebody else. And people are believing that. Well, you shouldn't be around me because by you not being vaccinated, you can endanger. You wear a mask then. If you feel that I can endanger you, that means you don't even trust your own body. And if you don't trust your own body and you feel that I can endanger you or infect you, you put the dang on mask on. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This y'all have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I don't sit there. I don't play games like that with people. This is me. That's what I'm saying. This is what a lot of folks need to be like. I don't care what you think or feel about me. This is Ty Smith's body. This is Ty Smith's mind. This is Ty Smith's children. This is Ty Smith's wife. And however I respond to you when you try to comfort that, that's on you. You never should have sat there and poked that tiger. You never should have sat there and poked that giant. You woke the wrong one. Yes, you woke the wrong one. I'm supposed to be scared of this nonsense. I'm sorry. I'm just not me. When you grew up in the streets and you around so much violence and you have to protect yourself and things like that, when you on the verge of almost being kidnapped, you packing guns and stuff like that as a teenager, not just for protection from other people that might try to want to just have some beef with you, but for somebody that want to potentially try to kidnap you. When you end up being in that type of mindset like that, folks, I'm telling you, all this stuff, being around all that murders and killings and shooting, I've become so used to that stuff that it doesn't even faze me. So I'm supposed to be fazed by somebody's words. I'm supposed to be fazed by your threats. I'm supposed to be fazed by what you might think about me. You can cut your eyes at me all you want to while I'm walking around in every grocery store around Bloomington normal without a mask on. Now, one word has been said to me. And if one word does get said to me, they're just going to have to hear it. Call the police. By the time you get done calling the police, I'm going to go through this automatic checkout line and check out. I'm going to pay for it. And you're not going to stand in front of me and get out this door. Because now, yeah, it's going to be on. But nobody, I'm not saying it's going to happen. But my point is, enough people know me well enough on my job, in the family, not to come at me like that. Because this is what you're going to get. I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my body. And that's what makes it so amazing, too. The ones who are not vaccinated, we're not going around trying to be in somebody's face who don't want us around. I don't care. If you don't want me around, cool. All I'm saying is don't come bothering me in my sanctuary and try to tell me what to do. That's not going to happen. I'm in my office, my own personal office on my job. And you want to come to my office and you tell me, can you please put a mask on? No, you can stay outside my office. I mean, please. You ain't going to come into my house and tell me what I'm going to do in my house. Well, Tyler, I will come in there, but I want to come in there because you don't want to wear a mask. Okay, well, you don't got to come in here. Matter of fact, if you want, you could have texted me. You could have called me. I'm going to walk around America without no mask on. I'm going to walk around into the grocery store without no mask on. Now, I'm going to honest. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a butthead about a lot of this stuff, folks. If I am around somebody that's elderly and they sick, I was putting a mask on for folks like that anyway. You know, on the PEDS unit in some of the hospitals. If the child is dealing with some type of blastoma or some type of leukemia, I put a mask on. The child has a mask on too. But it wasn't for the fact that I might get the coronavirus. It could be because all these different rooms that I visited that it might came from having isolation or something like that. Anything on my clothes, if I hugged the kid, oh, look at you. Anything could have affected them. I get that. But to sit there and make me seem like I'm about to sit there and play your game of doing what you want to, you can say what you want to. You lost your mind. You just easily manipulated. That's all you're being told, and you're responding and you're saying things based off of what TV told you to do and say. So forget that. Tony Danza, thanks for the super chat, says vaxxed being afraid of unvaxxed is the most illogical sentiment I've ever heard. Exactly. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. But what people are not doing, man, dude, is crazy, folks. The psychological games they playing on y'all. People, I mean, you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated. And they got you, and they're telling you, don't be around somebody that's not vaccinated. Why? Because they can infect you. So what did I get vaccinated for? And now they got a booster. What vaccination ever required a booster? A booster? A booster. Y'all know what a booster means? That means you need another kick. Why? Because that one's failing. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? But yet folks are, I'm just being real. Let me, folks, hold on. Let me say something. Let me do something real quick. Let me do something right here quick and make sure. Yeah, folks, in this case, I'm just real. If you are fully vaccinated and you think that a unvaccinated person will infect you, you stupid. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. That's what it is. I'm calling it what it is. That's plain, flat out stupid. I will sit down right here in front of any healthcare professional, Dr. Fauci, whatever, and call him stupid. Yes, you're stupid. When it comes to this vaccination, and you're saying, even though they're fully vaccinated, you still want them to wear a mask. And even though they're fully vaccinated, you don't want them around healthy people because the healthy people might get them sick. You stupid. Absolutely stupid. Completely medicinally unheard of. That does not happen. Plain and simple. Another super chat from Jay Miniter. Jay, appreciate the super chat. Says, I absolutely hate politics, but mandates are getting lifted a bit here in Ontario, Canada. Keep up the good work, bud. Appreciate that. This is making people, folks, this is making you go and study. This is making folks go and research. And I'm so glad that it's doing it because now this is going to be a learning lesson for all America. You cannot take nothing at face value. You cannot sit there and just have somebody tell you something and not know it for yourself. I'll give the most simple little exercise that I have a lot of young people do. I go, what's 2 plus 2? 4. What's 4 plus 4? 8. What's 8 plus 8? 16. What's 8? 32. They already know it. But do they really know how to count? Or they only know that 2 plus 2 is 4 because they repetitively practice it so much that they know it's 4? Because the minute I say, what's 132 plus 16? Wait, no, come on, fire it off. Come on. Fast. Fire it off like you was doing those 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4. Come on, fire it off. What's 232 plus 634? No. Come on, fire off. Fire. See, the question is, you know how to repetitively give me the stuff that you've been told to do and how to respond. But when I actually hit you with something else, now you're stuck. So my question is, do you know how to respond when it comes to math, or do you actually know how to count when it comes to math? So when it comes to a lot of stuff that they're throwing at us, a lot of folks are taking this information in and just repeating it. But then when you hit them with something else, they're stuck. When you hit them with some facts and some data, some statistics, they're stuck. They're thrown off. All of a sudden you malfunction because all you're doing is regurgitating what somebody else told you to say. Again, you can fire off all these numbers when it comes to mathematics because you practice them so much repetitiously that it's in your memory. But then I hit you with a different kind of number that you never done before, and all of a sudden you're stuck. So can you count, or do you just know how to respond? So what I'm saying that for is this. How is it? All this time, I got many coworkers. We've been doing this thing for a long time since COVID hit, and we haven't gotten COVID. That's because you guys are lucky, and you can say what you want to. I don't know. We just didn't get it. Just like I haven't gotten the flu. That's the way I look at it. I haven't gotten the flu. I haven't gotten pneumonia. I haven't gotten COVID. I haven't gotten COVID 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. I just haven't gotten it. You can say knock on wood, whatever like that. You can say you're lucky. You can say because you're healthy and you work out. But then y'all turn around and say, well, there's been healthy people that's been sick too. I just haven't gotten it. Probably won't get it. Maybe I've gotten it and didn't even know it and I got immunity. Matter of fact, maybe I need to go to a lab and actually have my antibodies taken to see if I do have antibodies against it, which I'm probably sure I do. But y'all see what I'm getting at with this whole thing is that it's absolutely stupid And the government seem like they are so easily, strategically, masterfully broke people down mentally to where the government knows that they feel that you are so stupid that they can just play these games with y'all like this and y'all just go and do it. You know what I mean? And I'm just telling y'all like it is. It ain't to hurt nobody's feelings, but at the same time, when I want to bring you the truth that's going to be for the betterment of you, I don't care if your feelings are hurt. MRM, as a Christian, says, Goro 1911 says, as a Christian, I want to hear a message of togetherness in these times of divisiveness. I won't turn away, but I love to hear more about how we can come together instead of drift apart. Goro, that's what we've been doing on this channel and during this talk the whole time. That's what it's going to do. It's going to bring us together. And see, at the same time, if you say you're a Christian, you notice that there's a lot of times in the Bible where the real people of God was separated from the ones that actually just was a form of godliness. You know what I mean? They looked the part. Like Jesus said it to the woe to you scribes and Pharisees. He always talked about them all the time. They looked the part. They said the part. But when it actually came down to being the real part of it, he said, y'all not the real. Y'all not the real deal. Y'all fake. So that's all I'm saying right now. With COVID and stuff going on right now, you get it. God, guys, don't get me wrong. COVID is terrible. But at the same time, I thank the Lord. I thank God for actually being able to let me see the truth of who is real in ministry and who's not. Who really is of the faith, legit strong Christian men and women of God in the faith, and the ones who are not. It's letting me see the ones who claim that they are for the people in politics versus the ones who are not for people. It's letting me see that the ones who claim to be for life and for people, yet you voting for people to be young as 12 years old to actually get abortions or something. I mean, why would a 12-year-old be pregnant? You voting for a 12 years old to possibly have a life-altering physical thing done to their bodies, having their sex change at that young of an age. They're showing us who they are, folks. That's what I'm saying. To me, I'm like, Lord, thank you for letting the truth be revealed with these politicians, with school board members. What is going on, folks? Appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor. If you're trying to get to the next reaction video that I did after this video, it's right here. But if you're trying to get to my own personal stuff where I do a lot of comedy things that make you laugh, can help brighten your day, then you click right here, all right? And if you want to subscribe to this channel, you forgot to get to know who I am first, all right? Then you're going to click right here to lead you into the subscription. Make sure you hit the bell notifications to get notified anytime I post a video, all right?